Imagine a place so cut off from the world that the outside barely exists. No easy roads, no quick flights. Just you, nature's fury, and a handful of people who've carved out a life against all odds. Welcome to our countdown of 10 of the most isolated villages on Earth. These aren't just dots on a map. They're living stories of survival, rebellion, mystery, and human spirit. From volcanic islands in the middle of nowhere, to frozen outposts and hidden canyons. Get ready for tales that sound like fiction but are 100% real. Hit like if you're amazed, subscribe for more mind-blowing adventures, and let's dive in. Starting with number 10. 10. Gásadalur, Faroe Islands, the cliffside haven that time almost forgot. Picture this: jagged cliffs plunging into the stormy North Atlantic, a tiny cluster of colorful houses nestled in a valley called Goose Valley, with a waterfall dramatically tumbling straight into the sea. That's Gásadalur on the island of Vágar in the Faroe Islands. For centuries, this place was one of the most inaccessible spots in an already remote archipelago. Settled around the 9th century by Norse Vikings, the village's handful of residents, often just a dozen or two, lived in near total isolation. No roads connected them easily to the rest of the islands. To reach the outside world, you'd hike treacherous mountain paths or risk a dangerous boat landing on a poor beach. In the 1940s, during British occupation, they even carved stairs into the cliffs just to make fishing a bit less deadly. Life here revolved around sheep, potatoes, and the relentless sea. Legends of elves and spirits whispered through the fog. The village came dangerously close to dying out as young people left for easier lives. Then, in 2004, a tunnel was blasted through the mountain, a game-changer that brought visitors and hope, but preserved that raw, windswept charm. Today, with its iconic Mulafossar waterfall, Gásadalur feels like stepping into a postcard from another era. Tough, welcoming descendants of seafarers who refuse to let the cliffs win. But that's nothing compared to our next one. Whittier, Alaska, the town that lives under one roof. Deep in Prince William Sound, surrounded by towering glaciers and mountains, sits Whittier, Alaska. This isn't your typical village. Almost the entire population once lived, and many still do, inside a single massive concrete building, the Begich Towers. Built during the Cold War as a secret military outpost, it now houses the post office, church, school, grocery store, and homes for around 200 to 300 hardy souls. Accessible only by a one-lane tunnel through a mountain, closed at night, or by boat plane, Whittier is battered by extreme weather. Think 20+ feet of snow and hurricane-force winds. Its story began in the 1940s as a port for the U.S. Army. After the military left, civilians moved in, turning this isolated outpost into a quirky fishing and tourism hub. Earthquakes, like the devastating 1964 Good Friday quake, tested their resilience, but they rebuilt stronger. Imagine waking up to orcas in the harbor and bald eagles overhead, with everyone knowing your name because, well, you all share the same building. It's a place where isolation breeds tight-knit community and a whole lot of character. '8. Shahara, Yemen, the sky-high fortress village. High in the rugged mountains of Yemen, at over 2,600 meters, 8,500 feet, clings Shahara, a fortified stone village that's been defying invaders for centuries. Perched on a razor-sharp peak, connected by a legendary 17th-century limestone arch bridge spanning a dizzying gorge, this place looks like something out of a fantasy epic. Its history stretches back to pre-Islamic times, associated with ancient kingdoms. By the 9th century, it was a center of Islamic learning, drawing scholars, jurists, and poets. During the Ottoman conflicts in the 16th and 17th centuries, it served as a key stronghold for local imams, resisting sieges thanks to its near-impregnable position. The bridge, built to link mountain peaks but designed so it could potentially be destroyed to stop enemies. Residents lived in stone houses with cisterns, cultivating terraces on steep slopes. Wars, isolation, and harsh terrain shaped a resilient culture. Even in modern conflicts, its remoteness kept it as a symbol of endurance. Walking its paths feels like time traveling through Yemen's layered, defiant past. Seven, La Rinconada, Peru, the highest and harshest gold rush town. Over 5,100 meters, 16,700 feet above sea level in the Peruvian Andes. On the slopes of a glacier lies La Rinconada, the highest permanent settlement on Earth. No running water, no proper sewage in many areas, freezing temperatures, and thin air that leaves newcomers gasping. Yet thousands chase gold here. It started as a small mining camp in the early 1900s. Gold prices boomed in the 2000s, swelling the population to tens of thousands in ramshackle huts around mine entrances. Artisanal and often unregulated mining rules life. Back-breaking work in toxic conditions with mercury, but a shot at escaping poverty for Quechua families and migrants. Life expectancy is shockingly low due to the altitude, pollution, and dangers. Yet families endure, building a raw, lawless frontier town fueled by hope and hardship. It's a modern gold rush story where human ambition meets the brutal limits of nature. Six, Itokortormiit, Greenland, the Arctic hunter's outpost. On the remote east coast of Greenland, far from anywhere, sits Itokortormiit, formerly Scoresbysund, one of the world's most isolated towns, home to a few hundred Inuit hunters. Founded in 1925 by Danish explorer Einar Mikkelsen and about 80 settlers from other Greenland areas, it was established to secure Danish presence and offer better hunting grounds. Surrounded by massive fjords, polar bears, muskoxen, seals, and narwhals, life revolves around traditional hunting in one of the most extreme environments. Winters are endless darkness and brutal cold. Summers bring fleeting light. The name means place with big houses in the local dialect. For a century, these resilient people have thrived where few could, blending ancient Inuit knowledge with modern survival. It's a front-row seat to climate change and wildlife in its purest form, a testament to human adaptability in the frozen north. Five, Supai, Arizona, the Grand Canyon's hidden oasis. Deep inside the Grand Canyon, accessible only by an 8-mile hike, mule, or helicopter, lies Supai, home of the Havasupai people of the blue-green waters. They've lived here for over 800 years, farming and thriving in this stunning tributary canyon with turquoise waterfalls that attract limited tourists. Before European contact, their territory was vast. Colonization shrank it dramatically, but legal battles, including a major 1975 land return, secured their sovereignty. Mail still arrives by mule. The village has houses, a cafe, school, and lodge, but no road access. Isolation preserved their language, culture, and deep connection to the land, amid one of America's most iconic landscapes. A living Native American success story of endurance and harmony with nature. 4. Palmerston Island, one man's Polynesian dynasty. In the vast South Pacific, part of the Cook Islands, Palmerston Atoll is a ring of sandy islets where nearly all 50 residents trace their lineage to one Englishman, William Marsters. He arrived in 1863 with Polynesian wives, planted coconut palms, and built a family that now spans generations across 3 main family lines. Discovered by Captain Cook, who landed there, it was uninhabited when Marsters claimed it. He divided the land, raised dozens of children, and created a unique blended British-Polynesian culture. Accessible only by boat, supplies twice a year, with no safe airstrip, it's a self-sufficient paradise of lagoons, reefs, and hospitality. Descendants still welcome visitors with open arms, a living legacy of adventure and adaptation. Pitcairn Islands, the Bounty Mutineers' secret sanctuary. Way out in the South Pacific, Pitcairn Island is home to about 50 people, mostly direct descendants of the HMS Bounty Mutineers. In 1789, Fletcher Christian and his crew rebelled, fled with Tahitian companions, burned the ship, and hid here in 1790, one of the most remote spots on the planet. Early years were violent and chaotic, with only a few survivors by 1800. Discovered by outsiders in 1808, their isolation ended gradually, but the community blended English and Tahitian traditions into Pitcairn language and culture. Overpopulation led to moves to Norfolk Island, but many returned. Today, it's a British overseas territory with stunning nature, tight community, and a history straight out of a Hollywood epic: rebellion, survival, and reinvention. Oymyakon, Russia, the pole of cold. Deep in Siberia's Yakutia, Oymyakon village endures the pole of cold. Winter temperatures plummeting below -50 Celsius, -58 Fahrenheit. Home to hardy, Ivan and Yakut people, it's a place of reindeer herding, ice fishing, and frozen eyelashes. Isolation forged unbreakable traditions in one of Earth's most inhospitable inhabited spots. Tristan da Cunha, the most remote inhabited place on Earth. Tristan da Cunha in the South Atlantic, the most remote inhabited island, 1,750 miles from South Africa. About 250 people, all sharing just a handful of surnames, live in Edinburgh of the Seven Seas. Descended from sailors, castaways, and settlers since the early 1800s, including a garrison to prevent Napoleon's escape from nearby St. Helena. A 1961 volcano eruption forced everyone to evacuate to England, but most returned, proving their unbreakable bond to this volcanic speck. They fish, farm potatoes, and live simply, with recent tech like Starlink connecting them without erasing their unique way of life. No other place embodies isolation quite like this tight-knit community, thriving against the odds in the middle of nowhere. These villages prove humans can adapt anywhere. Which one shocked you most? Comment below, like, subscribe, share your own remote stories, and turn on notifications for more incredible explorations. Thanks for watching. See you in the next adventure.